"Luther, you coward," I growled into the speakers. "Stop hiding and face me like a man. Why did you provide that madman Joker with kryptonite?"
"Because I have something bigger planned,"
he replied.
"Something that will change the world as we know it. And as for the Joker and the kryptonite, let's just say he was a useful tool in my plan."
Knowing that Luther wouldn't give me a straight answer, I turned to leave. Suddenly I heard the sound of machinery whirring to life. The killer robots surrounding me were activating. I leaped into action, my fists flying as I punched and kicked my way through the relentless machines. But for every robot I destroyed, 2 more took its place. The odds were against me, and I could feel the pressure building as I struggled to keep them at bay. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't keep up with the sheer number of them. And just as I was about to give in, feeling like I had reached my limits, a blur streaked past me. Before I knew it, Barry had arrived on the scene, sending the robots surrounding me flying into the wall. I looked up at him in relief, feeling grateful for his timely arrival. With a sly grin, he offered his hand to help me up and quipped,
"Seems like I can't leave you alone for a second without you getting into trouble, Bats."
Usually his attempts at humor would annoy me, but in this moment, I appreciated the levity. I grabbed his hand and pulled myself up, quickly briefing him on the situation. "Luther has activated an army of killer robots, and they just keep coming," I said, dodging another attack. "We need to take them out, fast." As we fought off the robots, Barry suggested we call in the rest of the Justice League for backup. I hesitated for a moment, remembering our previous altercation, but I knew we couldn't handle the robots alone. "Fine," I said begrudgingly. "Call them in." Barry smiled in relief and quickly contacted the League. Meanwhile, we were holding our own, but we both knew we couldn't keep this up for long. We were running on pure adrenaline, dodging the incoming attacks while taking down as many robots as we could. But then, a ray of hope appeared as the rest of the Justice League arrived on the scene. Together, we fought with renewed strength and determination, pushing back against the never-ending onslaught of machines, each member utilizing their unique skills to take down the enemy. Wonder Woman's lasso kept them tangled up, and Green Lantern's constructs crushed them like tin cans. Slowly, the army of machines seemed to dwindle in numbers until finally there was merely a few left. As we breathed a collective sigh of relief and victory after defeating the last of the robots, Wonder Woman made her way towards me. Her expression was stern and unyielding, and I knew she had something to say. Before she could even utter a word, the ground beneath us began to shake violently, causing Wonder Woman to lose her footing. I grabbed her arm to steady her as we looked around in confusion. Suddenly, the floor of the warehouse began to split open, revealing a massive underground chamber. The sound of gears and machinery filled the air as a colossal army of robots emerged from the depths below. We all stood frozen in shock and disbelief at the sight before us. The robots were bigger, stronger, and more advanced than the ones we had just fought. It was clear that we were vastly outnumbered and outmatched. Wonder Woman looked at me with a mix of anger and concern.
"What is happening, Batman?"
she asked. "I don't know," I replied, my voice barely above a whisper. "But it looks like we're about to find out."
If you wish to continue receiving the content of a god, then smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. Do not disappoint me.